Welcome to Go Get This podcast, but we have a good decided here. I am Colby.
And I'm a robot with human nipples, but you can call me Fee.
Is it like metal around everywhere but the nipples?
Yeah, it's almost like what's it called? So it's like a robot. But
imagine a robot, Cam. I got it. I'm imagining one.
Imagine a robot, like just normal ass robot.
Johnny Five. Got it.
No. I'm thinking like Bender.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of, remind me of Johnny Five after I describe this to you. But so imagine like Bender style robot, humanoid, but just nipples, just right on him, right on his chest.
Just flesh nipples.
Just flesh nipples.
That seems like a weak point. It seems like like if I wanted to assault them, it seems like I could just put my finger through it.
No. It's not a weak point, and it there's no flesh under it. It's just that one part is flesh.
So
under it is more.
So it's metal under it.
Yes, but it's just he was cursed with this one organic spot.
Yeah,
these two organic spots.
In this world in which there are robots, there are also witches that give you curses.
I mean, we're already in like sci-fi. Why not fantasy?
Yeah, throw them all together. You know.
I mean, you don't see that often, do you?
How
many sci-fis do you know that have like
witches?
Witches, yeah, witches are steampunk as well.
Where, like magic is real. All the Marvel movies, basically.
Magic is real. Steam is real.
Steam. I forgot about Steam.
There's punks. You know, steampunks. Just everything's real.
Do you want to know something tragic?
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to sound happy. Yeah.
Ooh, tragedy. Yeah. Yes. It is my depressing task today to inform you that Judge Mathis and the People's Court have both been canceled by Warner Brothers after more than 20 years on the air.
Oh no. I don't want to like belittle that, but who's Judge Mathis?
Who's Judge Mathis? Man,
I only watched Judge Judy. Judge
Judy probably is the GOAT, right?
Yeah. Sure.
I'll just come out and say Judge Judy's the GOAT, and that's fine. Judge Mathis was like, I would say like,
is he the black guy with the glasses?
He is. Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's
bummer.
Great. Yeah.
He's the second best judge.
He is the second best judge. The People's Court has been through a few different like judges over time, and just sad to see it go.
Well, I mean, like, what happened? Like, was it just getting low ratings and they canceled it, or was he just like, yeah, it's about that time?
So it was canceled.
Oh,
right?
Man.
And it was canceled by Warner Brothers Discovery, company famous for saying, hey, we have this completed movie. Let's not release it. That'll save us some money.
What the hell's Warner Brothers doing, dude?
I don't know. They canceled like most of their animated shows as well. Like it's
kept Velma.
And they kept Velma.
And they signed it up for a second season.
Okay. Hey, there was going to be a movie at Warner Brothers about the Hex Girls. You know, the hot girl band at Scooby-Doo? Yeah, canceled.
The hot goth gay girls? Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm fucking down for hot goth witch girls that are also gay. Not with each other, but like, you know, they give off gay vibes. Come on.
Yeah. No, it's I'm right there with you. And yeah, just canceled.
Damn. I think, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think I read that today. But like on Reddit. Like I was just, you know, doom scrolling as usual. Mm-hmm. And it passed on my thing, and I vaguely kind of remember because I saw a picture of the Hex Girls, and I saw the words. I don't remember what it said, but
I can't be hurt again.
Not this time. Not again. Just but again, I'm thinking we're not talking about Warner Bros, but you said Johnny Five earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to remind me of it, and this is why they're making a remake of fucking Short Circuit.
What? Why?
No,
Short Circuit's great.
I know
still
it's great.
Just watch Short Circuit.
Nope. I'm very upset at this, but like, so here's the thing. You and I know Short Circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people know Short Circuit.
Yeah, I know.
Not a lot of people know fucking that Johnny Five is alive.
He is alive. No disassemble.
Yeah, no disassemble. Johnny Five is alive, and it's so funny. But part 2, like, is really sad at one part when they beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Part 2 is my favorite Short Circuit movie.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know if we were gonna disagree. Part 1 is okay, but man, part 2 is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Although there's a little bit of it didn't age well in that movie.
Oh yeah?
The Indian guy in that movie is a white man in brown face.
Yeah, not great. Not what you want, really.
Doing a very what's it called? Over the top Hindi accent.
Yeah.
But like him aside, Short Circuit is so good.
Golly.
You're like really stoked for fucking Johnny Five, and then you're like, oh, that's right.
Oh no. I just like so for the most part, if somebody wants to like remake a movie and change it and do new stuff to it, like yeah, go for it. That's do your thing.
I don't think cult classics should be remade.
Oh, I think cult classics should be remade. The reason being that like most people know what they are and have like seen them, so that this is their opportunity to be like, hey, adults get to like watch a sort of like new, different take on like the thing that they like, and like kids and those that like haven't seen it before get to like experience it for the first time. So like, I'm not like, I don't think we should be doing remakes as much as we're doing them.
I just think Hollywood's out of ideas.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't think Hollywood's out of ideas. I think everybody has more than enough ideas to make like cool new stuff, like cutting edge. Like I guarantee you there's been scripts that are out there for 15, 20 years that like would be awesome and would be super cool. But the problem is that, these scripts land on the desks of people at like Warner Brother Discovery, and they're like, yeah, we canceled an already made movie with a popular character. Why would I take a chance on this?
Yeah, new IPs I think scare like big execs in Hollywood, because they're like say even if they read it and they're just like, oh, this is good, but man, will other people think it's good?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to waste a lot of money on this.
Like, even like, oh, this is a script called like Cyberpunk 2077, Rise of Johnny Silverhand, or whatever the fuck. Like, like if they saw that, they'd be like, this sounds like Blade Runner. Is this like Blade Runner? And you'd be like, yeah, it's kind of like Blade Runner, but like there's more action and guns and no. Blade Runner didn't do well. Get this trash out of here. Get out of here. Go. Excuse me.
Yeah, but Blade Runner's a noir.
Nah, don't worry. Listen, nobody watches noirs. Nobody watches anything about the future. It's all going to take place now. Get out of my office.
Get out of here. Could you? The CG alone's going to cost more than your life. And he pulls out a gun. Now get out.
Yeah, you're like, wait, before I leave. There's a clock up on the wall that's counting down. What is that? Oh, it's the time until it's acceptable to make Lion King again. Looks like we're only 2 years away. Boy, I'm excited about that.
No, we're only 2 years away. We've already made all the Disney live action movies. We're 2 years away from starting to do live action sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Yeah, baby.
Oh god, like live action Lion King 2 Simba's Pride, live action Lion King 1.5.
Hell yeah.
Like, oh man, there's so many sequels to Disney movies that they could just live action.
Gotta go live action. Aladdin 3, the one where he
his
has the hand
dad.
of Midas.
Hey, wait, no, isn't 3 with his dad and the 40 Thieves?
Yeah, but I think that's also the one with the hand of Midas.
I think so too, with Sean Connery as the voice of Aladdin's dad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep, it is. We're thinking of the same movie. God,
Yeah.
what a
I'm gonna hit you with something.
Okay.
I like that movie.
I actually liked 3 a lot more than I did 2. Neither of them are as good as 1, but 3 is a lot better.
It's because Robin Williams came back to play the genie in that movie.
He did. Honestly, like I'm not when I was a kid, I was not like doing things like, to take a stand and be like, I'm not going to support this because Robin Williams isn't in it. But it did feel real good to be like, well, I didn't watch the second one, so I'm going to watch the third one because Robin Williams is in it. And then I watched it and was like, yeah, this is great. And then I went back and watched the second one and was like, why did they make this?
I kind of just watched Disney sequels when they came on VHS. My parents just kind of got them. They're like, well, you like Aladdin, right? Well, here's another one. We were like those kind of like people were just like, well, we didn't know any better. We just saw them on sale and they were like, oh, I like this, right?
Yeah, this will be good. Hey, you like that.
You know what's a good movie, actually? Cinderella 3.
What?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Please tell me what the plot of Cinderella 3, because I can't even imagine what the plot of Cinderella 2 is, because I thought it was done.
No, dude. Cinderella... Okay, like, I don't know about Cinderella 2. I know it has something to do with their daughter or whatever. But fucking Cinderella 3? It's like 4 stories into one, and it has fucking time travel. It's fucking wild.
Wow.
Like, the mother gets hold of, like, this magic time travel, tries to go back in time, and she successfully fucks up Cinderella's marriage. Like, one of the sisters goes back in, like, time, and she finds out, man, she was a shitty person, and winds up with, a regular commoner, and is happy, and gets away from her mom. And then, like, they go back in time and try to, like, stop her from marrying the prince, and, like, she never has a kid. It's fucking crazy.
Man, that's why why?
Colby, you gotta listen to me. Cinderella 3 is a good movie. and it's not just me. Like, a lot of people really like that movie, and I was surprised when I learned that.
Man. I can't. It's a good movie? It's really good?
It's a good movie. Like, you're sitting there and you're like, well, is it? And then you're like, but it is Fee. But I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm telling you wholeheartedly. I saw that movie with my sister when I was, a little bit younger, and because she was a kid, and she liked watching those movies. But I sat through it, and I was like, wow, that was a good movie.
Oh, that was pretty good.
It actually made me laugh and shit.
And then you immediately were about to like go meet your friends, and you were like, "Well, I can't fucking tell them about that."
Yeah, I won't tell them I saw Cinderella 3 today. They'll laugh at me.
Everyone will laugh at me if this ever gets out. Everyone's gonna kill me.
Now, like 10 years later, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to come out and say I saw Cinderella 3.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? And this is an embarrassing part of my past, but we all got to come clean sometime.
Listen, we all saw a lot of embarrassing things when we were younger. That we don't talk about, but like we did enjoy them and we still enjoy them, but we're like, oh, kind of cringe if I talked about it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Look, I'll throw out some cringe stuff that I've seen that, and you can if you want to. So, I used to watch My Little Pony.
The one that got really popular, Friendship is Magic?
Yes, you know the one. Good show. It's a good show.
Yeah, I watched one episode and was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then it disappeared from my brain for a couple of years, and then it came back when Bronies came back, and I was like, "Whoa, that show's still here." What?
Dude, yeah, I think I saw all the way up until the 4th season. Then I was like, I think I'm kind of done with this show.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think, like saw the movie. I haven't seen the movie, and like the next season or so, and I stopped. I couldn't get back into it. I was just like, it was good for what I saw.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of done though. I don't need it anymore.
It's not that I'm ashamed of it. It's just like if I tell people like, oh man, My Little Pony was a good show. It was well written and the characters were good. They'll be like, oh, this dude's a fucking brony.
Oh no! I didn't know you were a horse pervert. Get out of here!
Exactly. Like you can't just fucking like a show without being labeled that you like fucking horses.
Hey, whoa! We got a Christian over here.
Hey, we got a stable sexer over here. I don't know.
We got a clopsexual up in here. It's disgusting. Arrest this man.
I hate that you said that because the people who actually jerk off to ponies are called cloppers.
Oh no. No.
Because they can't fap. They don't got hands. They got hooves.
They got their hooves.
And what do hooves do? They clop. They clip clop.
Oh no.
I also like the Muppet Babies.
Oh, Muppet Babies was awesome.
Yeah, I know.
No shame in Muppet Babies.
Yeah, but like when you're a kid, you don't tell people what you watch, like, because then you see someone say like one bad thing about it, and you're like, well, I can't say I like the show.
Yeah, the first time that happened to me, I was in kindergarten, actually. I was in kindergarten or maybe first grade, and I was at school, and I said something about like liking Barney, and somebody at school was like, "Barney's stupid. Barney's a stupid show. Do you like Barney?" And I went, No. And then that was the last day I watched Barney.
Oh no! I'm like one of those fucking afternoon specials where, like, you say you hate something, but then they go to your house and you're fucking watching the show and you're all into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. I'm that kid. I'm like, oh, it's true. I watch Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues. Yeah, I also watched when I was definitely not in the demographic for it.
Yeah, same. Sailor Moon was also one that I really liked watching.
I really liked watching Sailor Moon as well. And I couldn't so whenever I was really heavy into watching Sailor Moon most summers when I was growing up, I would go to my grandparents' house. So I would leave in like June and come back in like early August. Which, looking back on it, I'm sure my parents were like, yes. But they, I would go watch Sailor Moon in the TV in the back bedroom. That way, like, no one knew that I was watching it, because I was socialized enough that I was like, this is a girl show, and my grandparents will think I'm gay for watching it. I remember having that thought.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is, no one can know that I'm watching this. And I also remember at that time, Dragon Ball Z was on like the Namek arc.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that like Gohan's bowl cut was cute, but I couldn't say the word cute. I had to say, it looks so cool. And I was like, I know the word I want to use here. I can't use that word though.
Looking around, you're like, I know what I gotta say, but I can't say it.
I can't say it.
You're fucking what's his name from Star Wars? I know what I have to do.
I don't know if I have to strike. Yeah. I I just say, I whisper it once out loud, and then my grandparents are like, you're sleeping outside the rest of the summer. They'll toughen you up.
Your fucking grandpa kicks the door in with a battering ram. He's like, what the fuck did you just say? And he looks at the TV, it's Sailor Moon, and you're laying there with two fucking sailor like bulbs on your head. And you're like, whoa!
I spill my graham crackers and milk all over myself. People are like, no.
He's like, what are you drawing? It's a picture of Gohan without a shirt, just oiled up, muscly. He's like, oh. God, I was in the same camp. I couldn't. My dad for sure would be like, real man. Like he mellowed out after a while, but like, they didn't care what I watched. But if I acted a certain way, ooh boy, I better watch out. But now I don't care. I haven't cared for a long time what people think of me, about what shows I like to watch or what I don't like to watch.
Yeah.
So I, especially like, and you've heard my stories with my coworkers at work. I don't care if they don't like that I don't like fucking Game of Thrones or fucking 1970 whatever, that new show on Netflix.
1846.
That one,
1732, whatever.
Yeah, fucking Yellowstone. I'm like, I don't want to watch that. I'm not gonna be shamed into watching a show.
Yeah.
So, and like, speaking of them, this is my last like coworker story that I'm ever gonna tell because I'm moving to a different shift.
No, say it ain't Sophie.
No, I know we're not gonna be able to fucking dog on their fucking dumbassery.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Fucking rest in pasta, coworkers. Here's from Bad Movie Take coworker. So we're talking about the new Superman movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to new Superman. I was like, why? I was like, it sounds fine to me. It's just Silver Age Superman. And he was like, yeah, but you gotta, I don't think that's gonna work. No one likes goofy Superman anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? Superman's not serious. He's not a serious character. I'm like, he's only gotten serious if he's been mind controlled or if like Lois Lane died.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fucking grimdark Superman that came out. I'm like, and no one liked that.
Yeah, no one was a big fan.
Yeah, no one fucking liked that at all. And he's like, oh, well, it changes up a whole thing. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, Dark Superman. I'm like, just because every superhero movie comes out, it all superhero movies don't have to be fucking dark. I mean, you could have like a goofy Silver Age Superman.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but look at Superman Returns. That did bad. I'm like, Superman was in 5 minutes of that movie. Like, it was badly directed and badly, like, scripted.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't say that one movie won't work because that movie didn't work. And he's like, oh, yeah, you can. Look, no one liked it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, you just can't do another Christopher Reeve style movie. I'm like, you absolutely can. I'm like,
yeah, I think you can. I think you can.
I know, right? Me too. I'm like, why can't we just have like a fucking all-American, like, good old Silver Age Superman movie, just a fun romp that doesn't have to be connected to anything? And he was just like, nope, I don't think it'll work, and I think it's gonna fail. I'm like, what the? Ooh, I was getting so mad, but then like he got called away, so we didn't even finish it up. And I was like, man, fuck you. I'm like, that's a stupid way of thinking. And like I told him, I'm like, if that's the case, a lot of movies have been made that flopped, and other movies tried to copy something like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Man,
I'm so mad.
Okay, so if his like major gripe is that like, you know, you need some like, because the older Superman movies had conflict, they had plot, they had like good music, they had stuff to keep you interested, they had cool action, right?
Yeah,
it's just that they weren't all dark. Like they were filmed in the daylight, and not everything was blue. Like,
yeah, and like. Christopher Reeves, like, was kind of goofy looking, but like, that's Superman. He wears a fucking red and blue ass suit.
Mm-hmm.
Just it doesn't translate well to live action. It looks silly in live action.
Yeah, I mean, but his outfit in a lot of iterations have like red underwear on the outside, like. You want me to take this man seriously and he looks like this? Like, come on, dog. Yeah. Like, let him be a little goofy. It's fine.
I don't see the problem. Like, man. like superhero movies are allowed to be lighthearted. It's fine.
Yeah.
It can work. I don't know why his line of thinking is, well, you gotta be serious if you're gonna be a superhero movie. It has to be serious. It has to like fucking be like grimdark and more realistic. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking
Has
about?
he never seen a Marvel movie? None of them are like that.
Yeah, no, like this come from the guy who doesn't like the Batman because he said it was too boring. I'm like, did you just sit there and like not take anything in the story or like the nuance of the characters just because they weren't fucking karate fighting every fucking 10 minutes? Like, I get
it. Yeah, he was like the long scene where Batman is like in the God, what is he? The DA's house after he died, and he's like taking pictures with his eyes and shit. That whole scene, your coworker was like, all right, so like the Riddler's gonna jump down from the ceiling and start beating the shit out of him, right? Right? That's what's gonna happen?
The henchmen are gonna come in any minute now, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Somebody's gonna throw a brick through the window, huh? The fuck is happening?
What? Why? Where's Batman's nipples? Where's the henchman?
Hey!
I thought Joel Schumacher filmed this.
Yeah. hey, I came here to have a good time, and I'm just having an okay time.
He was telling me, he was like, man, I almost fell asleep watching it. It's too long, and there's nothing that goes on. I'm like, get us the point. I'm like, Batman's not always fighting in his comics. He's a detective. I'm like, his comics, detective comics.
Yeah, he detects.
Yeah, he investigates stuff. He detects stuff. But I guess I don't know, man. He thinks he always tell me like I agree to disagree, but I know in the back of his mind it's like fuck this guy.
Yeah. In the back of his mind, he's like, man, this guy doesn't know shit.
Yeah, like I said, he would always like he'll never say it that he would always antagonize me to argue with him because he has an opposite take of a movie than me, but he would always do it. He would like come around with the boss, and I bet like right before like I came out, he's like, hey, watch this. And then he'll be like, yeah, the Batman fucking sucked. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. Which is funny because like all of my 3 coworkers I worked with did not like that movie. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all?
Crazy.
And they made fun of me for liking it.
What?
Yeah. I was like, dude, it's like the best Batman movie. And they would like dog on me. They're like, this guy fucking likes the Batman. And again, one of their other major gripes was Robert Pattinson being the Batman.
Why?
Because he's Robert Pattinson. He was in Twilight. Ugh.
Oh my god.
They're all homophobic.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's why.
How are they alive?
I don't know, man.
Why are they alive? Why are they just clinging to this mortal coil just to be mad at things for no reason?
Dude, I don't know. That's why that's one of the best reasons why I'm glad I'm moving to a different shift because they piss me off so much.
You know, I was thinking whenever you were like, oh yeah, it's not going to be any more coworker stories. I was like, oh shit, did one of them start listening and did you get in trouble?
Yeah.
But that would be way funnier.
I'd still do it. I mean, they can't tell me not to.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I don't know. They may be able to tell you not to.
I didn't say any names.
That is true.
I haven't said any names. The only thing I've said is coworker with bad taste in this and coworker who fucking dance battled to win his wife.
Yeah, that would be the funniest thing is if Dance Battle coworker has listened to the show and does want to make a complaint, but he doesn't want anybody like up the ladder to know that he's Dance Battle coworker, so he's like, shit. I can't just like form a complaint and just be truthful about it. They'll know I'm Dance Battle coworker. God.
It's so I feel bad about I don't feel bad because he's full of shit.
Yeah.
But like he's actually separating from his wife.
Oh, so he dance battled for nothing.
Yeah.
He should have learned. He should have learned the two-step. He should have learned. He should have learned a Dougie.
But he hit the low.
Should have hit the old Watusi, but nah.
Nope. Then Then she moonwalked out of his life.
She's at the she's gonna electric slide out of the courtroom as after the divorce proceedings. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get alimony too. Electric slide," and he's like, "Motherfucker."
Dude, it was so weird how I found out about it, because they had me up in the front one night. And I was chilling. I go to the bathroom and he was outside in a car with the girl, and I go to the bathroom and the other coworkers inside. I'm like, is that his wife? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh. And he was like, yeah, I don't know who that girl is. And then I was like, oh. And then I went to the bathroom, and I think he had realized, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that to anybody. Because he didn't say anything as I walked out. And then after a while I'm like, oh fuck, he's cheating on his wife. And then I think after everyone was kind of finding out, I don't talk to anybody at work. I just kind of listen to everything, but I don't say anything. But after people were finding out, because my other coworker found out did the same thing happen to him. And then he calls me, and he's like, yo, you know about this girl? And I'm like, yes, it's fucking weird, right?
You're like, thank God someone else knows.
And I'm like, he's cheating on his wife. And then he was like, yeah, no. After a while, we're talking about it, a few days go by, and then he's like, oh, so yeah, don't say anything, but him and his wife are getting separated, so he's talking to another girl. And I guess bringing her to work and staying outside for 2 hours, and I don't know, fucking finger banging in the car outside. Yeah, it was really weird. I was like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden she stops, and then he was like, yeah, she had said something that I didn't agree with, and we decided we didn't want to see each other again. I was like, oh,
she liked the Batman. That's what she said.
She said she liked the Batman. She said she didn't think that solar panels can go on cars either. I couldn't stay with her.
Couldn't stay with her. I told her, if I stick my arms, if you go fast enough in this car and we stick our arms out the side and flap real hard, this car will start to fly. And she said, no, it won't. How's this the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life? I said, I can't be with you. You're too dumb.
Dude, it's so funny that you say that, because this man wants to he likes to brag about his intelligence. He has incel fucking behavior. He
sounds like it already.
Oh my god, he once told me oh god, he once told me that he was just yeah man, because we're talking about the job, and I'm like, yeah, I like this job. I like that I don't do anything and I just get to chill and get paid decently. And we're driving around, and my other coworker's like, man, I just want to do more and stuff. And then he chimes in. He's like, yeah, I could probably work anywhere I wanted to, but I kind of just like hanging out here. It's good for me. It pays my bills, and it lets me build up stuff. But me myself with an intelligence of over 130, I could probably work anywhere. He fucking said that. And and then he was kind of laughing, and I was like, oh. I was like, oh man. I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, no, you fucking didn't. And then I looked it up, and 130 is above average intelligence. I'm like, no, I'm like, you think solar panels could work on a car? You don't fucking have fucking above average intelligence. I'm like, you go fuck yourself.
Yeah, shut up. God.
I'm like, who told you that? I'm like, who fucking
the
told
internet?
You that?
That's he took an IQ test on the internet and was like, oh, that's right. I did it. That's the correct thing.
Oh God. Fucking oof. It made me hate him significantly more after he said that.
Well, yeah, because now you know that when he's talking to you, you know that whenever you disagree with him, he's like, yeah, well, he doesn't matter because he's not as smart as I am.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. And I already fucking knew that. Like, I already knew he thought that way, but then when that came out, I'm like, okay, now I know why the way he talks is the way he talks.
And you're like, oh, I see.
God,
Christ.
pissed me off. But anyway, enough of old. We're not gonna be able to talk about him no more because I'm not gonna be on that shift. I just wanted to share some some golden oldies with y'all about who I worked with, and I'm not trying to say I'm fucking superior in any way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't go shooting my mouth off about things I don't know, and I talk about movies and stuff I like, and I argue with people who have fucking different opinions. Bad movie take guy, like the worst thing about him is he likes bad movies and thinks they're genuinely good. The worst thing about him is like he is homophobic. Like he's like, oh man, I'm fine with gay people. I lean left in my politics and stuff, but man, it creeps me out when they're near me. Like he didn't
Christ.
He didn't say that, but like some of the things that he said, like he's very like, oh man, I don't know about like if you're gay, like he's like one of those people. Like I'm fine with gay people, but like if they come,
oh, why they gotta kiss each other in public? Ugh.
It's like no, they're gonna like want to hit on me.
Oh,
and stuff. Like, oh man, both of them are like kind of like that, except Dance Battle Wife is significantly more homophobic, which is weird to me because he says that his brother is gay.
Wow.
And it's really strange to me when he's just like, oh, I'm super cool about it. My parents always joke. They're just like, oh man, your brother's gay and you're straight, and we know we're gonna have like grandkids because of you, but like we're glad that he didn't like infect you with the gay. And I'm like, oh fuck you.
Oh yeah, baby. He didn't rub the gay off on you. That's good. That's good.
No, I hate it. But like this is Texas. I can't be like, oh, get them out of here, fucking.
Yeah, throw them in the trash.
You just kind of have to like live with knowing that some of your coworkers are complete dumbasses.
Yeah,
you just have to accept the fact.
I mean, it's so it's a hard place to be in because like, especially if you're like, if you're not outspoken about things that matter, doing that quickly earns you a reputation of like being combative and having a mouth on you.
Yeah.
In a bad way. So like being like, oh yeah, I think this movie is great and I think you're a fucking idiot for not liking it. Everyone is fine with that. I don't think there's a person on earth who would be like, I really want this man who likes the Batman to be fired because he likes the Batman.
And he's very outspoken about it.
But there's definitely a number of people that would talk to a boss and be like, hey, this guy makes me feel a little uncomfortable because he keeps talking about like gay people, and I'm just I'm just like a religious person, and like this is just kind of like against like my religion, the stuff that I'm taught, and it just doesn't make me feel very good. And as soon as like you get into that territory, then people are like looking for reasons to fire you. They're like, oh, you took a little too long to get here. It's going on your permanent record. And you're like, my what?
Hey, your permanent record. We've had it all since high school.
Yeah.
Just same one. The thing is they can never do that to me because I always get there 10 minutes early.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, here's the thing though. My dad, he was telling me like, so basically at some point in, I think it was like early junior high, basically, my dad was on the couch and my mom was in the recliner chair and they were like, sit down, we need to have a talk. And my sister was still living there. And my parents were like, So your dad decided to quit his job, and he's going to be working for himself. But as a result, you know, it may take a while to get his business off the ground. So, you know, we're not in any financial trouble. Nothing crazy is going to happen. We just needed you to know that, like, he's going to be home from now on, and, you know, we're going to make his office a more professional place. So, like, don't go bother him when he's in there. And, like, we're going to set some ground rules for that. And I was like, oh, okay, this is all right. And then they told me, like, when I was in high school, and I think college, it was whenever we talked about it more extensively, that my dad was actually fired.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's what kicked that off. But the thing that I found interesting is, like, while we were talking about him being fired, my dad was like, the thing is, you can be a really, really loud, obnoxious, like, asshole to everyone that you work with, as long as you are never wrong. If you're never wrong, no one will call you on it. No one will fire you for it. But the second that you're wrong, they're like vultures trying to find, like, the thing to fire you with.
They like to cherry pick and, like, nitpick small things. Like, you're very outspoken, and then, like, the one time you're wrong, they're like, ooh, remember that one time when you were, like, barely off of, like, your assumption of something? And they fucking pull it out.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, you didn't do your due diligence on this one, or you didn't, like, whatever. And so, like they're looking for a reason to get you out of there, because, like, even though, especially, like, if you the way in which, like, my dad and I interact with people at work is, like, pretty flippant and can be, like, combative at times to be funny. Some that rubs some people the wrong way. And so my dad was like, I'm telling you, Colby, you gotta watch out. You can't follow the same path that I did, because you are going to get yourself fired. It's not if you get yourself fired, it's when, because you will make a mistake that will be large enough that if you had been nice, if you had played the game, if you had, like, talked to the boss real nice, if you had, like, were well loved by your coworkers, nobody would have even thought twice. But the second that happens to someone who's like, oh yeah, I'm king shit in this department, don't fucking come to me with your bullshit, then yeah, you're done. That's it.
Yeah. Which is, it's very, especially in your line of work, that's like, that's a job killer, and definitely a blacklist, a black mark. Not a blacklist, but a black mark.
For sure.
Because then, like, other companies will, like, talk, and they'll be like, oh, this guy, he like to fucking come in and fucking, like, drop his dick on the table and tell people all the shit. And then he was wrong that one time, and then people will hear that, and they'll want you with them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, most industries talk, and you can get away from it. Like, you either have to, like, switch industries to where, you know, like, oh, somebody at a big, like, corporate company wouldn't have heard about, like, you know, the startup people, or you have to just switch towns. You just have to move to get away from it. But, like, that's definitely a thing that happens. Like, there have been a couple of people that, like, I have been on the hiring panel for, and, like, a couple of jobs ago, I was doing it really extensively. Like, I was taking candidates out to lunch often. I was taking them to I was, like, doing interview questions and stuff for them, and that, like, it didn't happen often, but a couple of times, like, I've taken someone out to lunch, or, like, I've been in the interview process, and I've been like, I get the feeling this guy's kind of a know-it-all asshole. And that could just be me. And then I sort of, like, bring that up in the hiring meeting. Like, did anybody get the feeling that this guy's kind of a know-it-all? And, you know, then, you know, my, like, whoever is the hiring manager follows up on his references, and it's like, hey, you know, how is this guy? What do you think of it? And sure enough, like, especially if you no longer work for them, or if, like, you know, they were your friends, but they're like, oh yeah, I mean, they'll be like, oh yeah, he's got a really interesting personality. He's very bombastic. He's like, he's kind of brash and, like, a little abrasive, but But you hear that, and that already confirms where you're like, oh no, this man is an asshole. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he can't be around us now.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, even if you're good, I don't, no one needs that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's almost like high school. Like
Mm-hmm.
you get a bad rep, and then like people don't want you hanging out with them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how work is. Like in my line of work, not really. Like, man, especially security. Like they like to think that, oh, we're all professionals and we all fucking dress professionally and we do our due diligence and shit. No one in security does. Fucking no one does. Like especially like all my bot, like, you know, my hair's like really long. Like they always like the top fucking the head office here in Corpus. They're always telling me like, man, like they don't outright tell me to cut it, but they're like, man, that hair's getting long. Like, you thinking about cutting it? And I'm like, nope. And they're just like, oh, well, you got to keep it neat when you're at work. And I'm like, I do. I tie it back and I put it in under a hat. And like every time like they see me, they're like, you know, keeping that hair neat. And like one of my other supervisors is like, hey, you know, the office told me, you know, your hair's getting long and I just don't want them to come down on you. I'm like, oh, they already know. I talked to them. I'm like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Hey,
Like,
you see that? You hear the thing that you just said to me? Why don't you take those words and put them inside of your ass and leave?
yeah.
And never talk to me again.
Why don't you mind your own business and take your ass out of here? Fucking his office.
And then the one day that you're late by 10 minutes, are like, oh, fired.
Yeah,
Get out of here. Long hair.
Yeah, get out of here. Go cut your hair, then get fired.
Get out of here. Take these scissors with you, idiot.
God, like, it's so funny because like I'm very like, I'm not cordial, but like I'm nice enough to like all my, what's it called, my superiors in the head office, but like I'll tell them straight up. I'm like, nah, I ain't cutting my hair. Nah. And that's the one thing I don't budge on, but I'll do anything they ask. My mom, on the other hand, and I don't know if like I've told anything about how my mom speaks to the fucking higher ups at the head office.
Yeah, you've told me a couple times. Please enlighten all of our listeners, because I love your mom.
My God, my mom is like nobody. She's a field supervisor for a crew of 4 people at a small a terminal, a pipe farm, you know, where they weld pipes together and put them on a ship.
You know, where they pick the pipes off of the pipe tree.
Yeah, they grow them in the ground from pipe seeds. But anyway, real small, and they made her a supervisor, but like they like to pretend that she doesn't have like power and stuff, even though she's making the schedule. And wow. they pay her really shitty. My mom's just like, okay, you want to make me a supervisor, but like don't give me the privileges of a supervisor. You want to pay me really shitty? Okay, I'm gonna talk to you how I feel like I want to talk to you. And she will call the area manager at the office, and she will cuss him out.
Damn.
Like he's her fucking child. Like she would be like, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking about sending. Like if she got a temp person who even like is slacking off a little bit and doesn't like do their job even after she like explains it, and they have to be there for a few days, she'll be like, I don't want that fucking guy at my site anymore. Who the fuck do you think you are sending this guy to me? Like those are some of the things I've heard her say to the boss on the phone, and I'm like, Mom, you can't fucking talk to them that way. She's like, I'll talk to them how the fuck I want to. And then she'll like I'll hear on the phone, he'll start getting like raising his voice back at her, and then she'll be like, no, you ain't raising your voice at me. And she's like, no, and then she'll fucking hang up on him like mid sentence, and then he'll call back and be like, did you hang up on me? And she's like, yeah, I fucking did. And then she'll like talk shit to him. She'll be like, y'all don't pay me enough, and y'all want me to go work this shit? And they're like, yeah, that's why we hired you. And she's like, no. And then like, man, they'll fight. My mom will fight them she hasn't been giving a right. She hasn't got written up. She hasn't been told anything. She gets away with it. And I'm like, fucking how? I'm like, how do you talk to these people that can like fire or hire us anytime they want and get away with it? And she just fucking does. It astounds me, dude. Like, I don't know what power she has over them, but she talks to them like she owns the company.
Yeah, Jesus, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, that's if your mom's site started to like if there was like a security incident at the site, your mom's fucking gone.
No, here's the thing. Everyone at the site, the actual site workers and head site manager, fucking love my mom. They hate everyone at the office. So even if something happened, they will back my mom up, even if it was like one of her crew members' fault. They'll be like, nope, it wasn't her. Nope.
Nope.
Dude,
not listening. La 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 la.
They're trying to find a different security with good benefits and good pay to replace them, to make her the supervisor, like manager of.
Hell yeah.
For that site. Like, they love my mom so much. Because my mom does a lot for them. Like, she's like, yeah, I don't get paid a lot. And it's not their fault. I like working for them. It's just the company fucking sucks dick.
Yeah.
So, she always tells me, she's like, I really love my job. It's just, I hate that they don't pay me a lot. And even now, like, the manager called the site manager over there and was like, yep, we gave them a raise. They're getting paid more now. And then he come and told my mom. My mom's like, what do you mean they gave me a raise? They didn't give me a raise. And it fucking pissed them off, like, real bad. Man. So, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's, I can't imagine being like, yeah, I don't get paid very much, but I do like these people a lot. Here's the thing, like, your mom probably gets a lot out of being able to yell at the people in the front office and just talk shit at them and be completely fine. She's probably like, you know what? I'll take a couple less dollars an hour if I could just do that twice a week.
Here's the thing. She was doing it before she was supervisor.
Then they still made her supervisor? That's great.
Yes! Like, I don't know, man. It's fucking wild. So, like, it's funny because every time they talk to me, they were like, you gotta tell your mom to calm down.
Hey, can you, just, like, give your mom some Xanax, something?
Like, your mom called me a bitch this morning. I didn't like that.
I wasn't a fan.
I'm like, what do you want me to tell you? I mean, I'm doing my job. Just because we work for the same.
I'm out here just doing my job. It's what about me?
I'm like, well, why don't you talk to her? You're in charge of her. She scares me. Just
yeah, I have to live with her.
I was like, she scares them. all
Jeez.
4'9" of her.
Yeah, all little person mom of her.
And like, these are tall, like, ex-military men. They're afraid of my mom.
Man,
it's so good. Anyway, I know we rambled on for a lot about like jobs and stuff. That always happens.
Yeah.
But Colby wanted to talk about Colby.
I want to talk about JoJo.
Yeah.
Today's actually kind of a big day in JoJo history for two reasons.
They show some titties.
No, maybe. I don't think. It's not. So it's not that.
Some Taranga Leelas?
Nope, we're not. It's not it. Today, the first chapter of JoJo Part 10 came out.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Stone Ocean.
JoJo Lands.
Oh, the parallel JoJo.
The manga.
Oh, okay.
So, that does mean that like we've got a new JoJo, right?
Yeah.
I want to give you 3 guesses. I know you're not going to get it, but I do want to hear you just come up with 3 guesses as to what this JoJo's name is.
Okay. I will ask for one hint. What is his? Is he American or is he German or what? What's his not ethnicity? His where he's from.
He is, I believe, from America, specifically from Hawaii.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So it has to be a J name. J and J. There has to be some J's in the name. So...
There's a Joe and there's a Joe. In fact, I'll tell you, his last name is Joestar.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So last name Joestar, but he's from Hawaii. Ooh,
he's from Hawaii.
Shit. How's about Jurgen?
Jorgen. Oh, that would be great. No, close. In that there is a Joe in it. That's how close you were.
Okay, 2 more tries.
Yep.
Josiah.
Ooh, that's a really good one. No.
Damn. Yeah. I'm trying to okay, let's see. George with the J.
Oh man. Fun fact, in case you didn't know this, Joseph Joestar's dad's name was George Joestar.
Ooh, okay.
But no.
Oh. All right, well, hit me. What's this cool name?
This new Joestar's name is Jodio.
What?
Jodio. Dio's right in his name, my friend. It's Joe, which is requisite for a JoJo, and then Dio. My man Araki may be losing it, okay? Araki's like 64 years old, and he's like, let's just make this one on the nose. He's Jodio.
It's really hard to come up with names with the word Joe in it, okay?
I mean, you're not wrong. To be fair, he did come up with Giorno Giovanna.
Dude, that's a good name.
That's a great name. It
yeah.
probably took him months to come up with.
He had the story all written, but like the name was eluding him.
Yeah.
Doesn't fucking... So, what's his stand? Or has it been revealed?
His stand has been revealed.
Ooh, okay.
Spoilers for JoJo
spoilers.
Lands if you care. So his stand is, I think it's called November Rain. And November Rain's power is heavy rain. So he can create small drops of water that are crushingly heavy, enough to completely flatten an adult man into the ground.
Oh, fuck. Okay. What's the range?
I think it's it's close range.
So, like, we're talking like 3 meters?
Yeah. It's one of those, like power stands that only works, 5 meters, something like that.
Yeah, like fucking purple haze or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And, so this is apparently kind of related to, this is related to the previous one, JoJolion. But we're not sure how, because it's the first chapter. And this JoJo is the grandson of Joseph Joestar.
Wait, so he's Josuke's son? Or Josuke?
This is parallel universe, so no. he is just the grandson of, so apparently Joseph Joestar and Suzy Q had a daughter named Barbara Ann Joestar, and her son's name is Jodio.
Okay. Joseph Joestar in the one previous to this fought a raptor, didn't he? Dio turned into a raptor?
Oh god, I have no idea.
I know someone turned into a dinosaur, and I know someone rode on a horse.
Somebody rides on a horse. I know that part 7 is about horses. It's a horsey part.
Get a little horse action.
So,
But
speaking of part 7, that like the other important JoJo thing that happened today is I finished Stone Ocean.
hell yeah. Before me, could you believe it?
I can believe it. Because like all JoJo's, I think that Stone Ocean had a large problem on its shoulders that isn't just the JoJo problem. The major JoJo problem is if you take an entire part and you divide it in half, it's very interesting at the beginning, and then it falls off, and then there's then like the base, like the plot about the whole arc starts in the middle and is interesting for a little bit, and then it gets boring again up until the last like 7 or 8 episodes, and then it's the hypest shit of all time. That has happened with every part since Stardust Crusaders. As soon as stands were introduced, I don't know what happened, but Araki just like decided, oh yeah, this is a Monster of the Week thing now, and now it's just like, oh, fucking, you have to go fight this man. His stand's name is Bad Boys, and it has the power to turn leaves into knives. Oh, how did you beat him? We hid in the water because leaves can't penetrate the water, and then we ripped his ankles out. Whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah. What's it called? I'll disagree with you because I loved all of Diamond is Unbreakable, and I loved all of Battle Tendency.
Yep, but I also loved all of Battle Tendency, actually. There wasn't a part of Battle Tendency that I wasn't hype as shit for, which is why it's my favorite part. Part 3 suffers from the lull real bad. Part 4, in my opinion, also suffers from it, but less so.
There's only one episode or 2 that I thought that was the case, and that's when they fight the alien on the power line.
Yep. Yeah, and that part's not great.
And maybe the chef episode.
The chef episode is not great. The kid who like controls people with his like drawing doll stand thing. I didn't like that.
Wait, is that the rock paper scissors?
Junkin Kid I also didn't like. The stand that like attaches to your back. I didn't.
Oh, the guy who fucking come and looks at what's his name house.
Yeah, goes to Rohan's house. Yeah.
Yeah, Rohan's house and walks up the stairs backward, and Rohan's like, "This is fine."
He's okay. Yeah, that one. Like, there's so many parts in that where it's like, oh yeah, I'm learning about Josuke and Josuke's powers, and like, oh, there's this like stand arrow thing. I wonder what's going on there. That's kind of weird. And then like, it kind of disappears for a little bit, and like Red Hot Chili Peppers is like out there, and you're like,
he's the antagonist for like most of the show,
for like the first half, and then it turns out like Red Hot Chili Peppers ain't shit actually.
Yeah, it turns out that I want to say Kira, but I forget it's not Kira.
That's it. Yoshikage Kira.
It is, right? Yoshikage Kira, yeah.
Yeah, he turns out to be the actual antagonist. And everything with him is hype. It's great.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. He turns a cat into a fucking bomb launcher.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Fucking wicked.
But like JoJo just sort of falls into that where it's just like it feels like Araki like takes a break and it's like, all right, I have a great idea for this character. We're gonna start fleshing him out. And then he gets about halfway through and he's like, I still don't really know what the ending is gonna be. And so he's just like, here's another 2-part episode. Here's another like 1 episode. I just thought of this stand while I was in the bathtub.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, no, he's writing a story and like in mid-story he's like, ooh, that'd be a cool power. But like, how do I insert him into the show? I'm like, I'll just put him somewhere.
You know, we'll just put him there. How about that? and then eventually it's like, this is the main antagonist. This is what this whole part is about. Because like, if you think about it, for every part from part 3 onward, the major thing that you remember is like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, part 3 is about like, you know, the Stardust Crusaders going up against Dio, but like a lot of it is just going to Egypt.
fucking going to Egypt and running into a new Zodiac Stan user.
Yeah, and that just happens forever. It seems
Yeah.
like it happens for your entire life, and then you die, and then you never finish it.
No, some of them are cool, but like some of them are like there's a sniper in the desert under an invisible fucking rug, and you never see him.
Yeah.
And then some's like we're making all the JoJo characters into kids, and they're gonna Benjamin Button out of existence.
Yeah, man. And then like, so you remember that in part 4, you're like, oh yeah, like Yoshikage Kira is crazy. You never remember Red Hot Chili Peppers because it doesn't fucking matter.
I was gonna bring him up earlier. I'm like, I always remember it. I think he's cool. I think it's like a cool stand because you never see the guy, and the guy doesn't even matter. It's all about fucking Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
But like I like watching the dub. I love this. The sub in JoJo is always fucking more phenomenal than the dub.
Oh yeah.
But I like watching the dub just, because I've seen it a lot in the sub, so why not?
Yeah.
But in the dub, it's always fun to hear them say the stand names, but because of copyright, they never say the fucking say the actual name. So like Red Hot Chili Pepper turns just into Chili Pepper.
Chili Peppers, yeah.
And then like some of the other ones, they just get like they turn into like what their power might do. So and here's the thing, if you're watching the subtitles as well, the subtitles won't say the actual name, but you'll hear them say it in the fucking sub.
Yeah, like, it's great. So you get to piece together people's names, and you're like, oh, like in part 6, there's a character whose name they translate to Anastasia, but in the name they just call him Anase.
Yeah.
So you're like, that's not. So his name is Anase, and they're like, no, that's Anastasia. What?
Yeah. It's fucking because what's it called? Ishikaki Rohan, the creator, right?
You mean Hirohiko Araki?
Yeah, that one. I'm sorry, because he just made himself a JoJo character.
Yeah, Kishibe Rohan. Yeah.
I just call him that because I never remember his name. But what's it called? He just decided, yeah, I'm gonna name everything after a famous band and not get the fucking copyright for it.
Mm-hmm.
Or a song, and I'm not gonna ask anybody. It's just gonna be named that, which should be fine. Yeah. I think if you say that, but I don't know why the American version doesn't.
Yeah, I guess because the copyright laws here are just a lot weirder, and like everyone, like most of the things that he references are American bands, so like
yeah. Well, the names are trademarked, I think, right? So like you can't say them. You can't say them in a show if like you're not paying him, and he's not paying them.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but like I think that's the thought. It's the same reason why like Zoro's name in English God. One Piece is Zolo.
Oh, it was only in 4Kids version, not in regular Funimation.
Yeah, I think the actual manga translation though is still Zolo.
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay. Nice.
They only did that because they thought Zoro was going to be copyrighted, but Zoro's been public domain forever.
No one checked. They just, just like,
4Kids is like, oh, we don't want to get in trouble. That's like, oh my God, the 4Kids version of One Piece is both the greatest and the worst at the same time.
Oh yeah,
because they cut a lot of things out. There's no blood. Zoro is Zolo. Sanji doesn't smoke in that version. He's always just eating a lollipop.
Got a lollipop, baby.
Got a lollipop, and like no one cusses, and like there's the one battle where Luffy fights Don Krieg.
Yeah.
And all the fucking badass stuff that Don Krieg has never injures Luffy because it's stupid. Like instead of the metal like spears that he shoots Luffy with that gets impaled in him,
mm-hmm.
they're just metal plungers, baby. Just metal plungers.
Just plungers. It's all good.
Have you seen the very first episode when Hell Meppo fucking pulls a gun on that little on Colby?
Yeah.
it's a in the 4Kids version, it's it's a mallet with a trigger on it,
Oh,
or so
hell yeah.
a spring-loaded mallet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like a punch gun.
Yeah, like a punch gun from fucking Kids Next Door.
God.
and it's embarrassing. And even when I first saw it, like, because I was reading Shonen Jump and they didn't censor anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and One Piece was in Shonen Jump, and I was like, "That's not right."
Hey.
But like, when I was a kid, I couldn't tell like if they edited or not. I took it for fact. I didn't know like the industry well back then,
Mm-hmm.
so I was just like, "Huh." Like, that's weird.
Yeah, you're like, well, that's just how things are, I guess.
Which was like so funny because like the show was coming out and I was pretty far in with Shonen Jump. I was already I think I was past Don Krieg and I was in like the Chopper arc as they were like just barely getting to what's it called, finishing up Buggy the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I noticed a lot of things, and I always kept my Shonen Jumps. I never threw them away. So I had like a big shelf of Shonen Jump, and I'd like read along, and I'd be like, huh, like this is weird.
Yeah, this is
There's no.
this doesn't
I was
seem
like,
right.
there's. I was like, there's no blood. Some of the names are wrong. I'm like, what the fuck? So
God.
like, it's so weird with like copyright and censorship.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, like, Yu-Gi-Oh being another big one, but like.
Oh yeah.
But Yu-Gi-Oh is more, I guess it makes sense and it's more funny if you like the more you watch it, because like the games that they fight, they don't get sent to the Shadow Realm. They
Yeah.
fucking die. Like,
It gets sent to hell.
yeah, they get sent to fucking hell and they just like they die. They're supposed to fucking die, but not in that show. But I mean, it's a show about cards. So like,
Yeah.
it's pretty funny, like if you think about it, like they're not dying in the show, they're just getting sent to another dimension. I don't know if you remember that in in Dragon Ball Z, they never said they were gonna kill anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always said they're gonna send them to another dimension. And I don't know if that was the Ocean dub or one of the other. It might have been the Ocean dub.
They just whisper it out. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna send him to another dimension. The dimension's
Yeah.
hell."
No, they censored hell too. It was HFIL.
Oh, that's right. The Home for Infinite Losers. I forgot.
Fucking dude, censorship back then was so fucking funny. They censored the last bar on the E of hell because the two fucking ogres in hell wear shirts that just say hell.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, I love it. I love that shit. I don't like love it. I just it's funny
very
that
funny.
it's very funny.
Yeah.
Especially all the old Dragon Ball Z dubs.
Yeah, the old Dragon Ball Z dubs are like also a treat to listen to, because as you listen to like different versions of the dub of Dragon Ball Z, you can just hear Vegeta's voice get deeper and more growly and more Vegeta, because like in the like first dub he's like, Kakarot, you piece of shit, and then by like Dragon Ball Super he's like, don't you dare step on my dreams, Kakarot.
I don't. Okay, like they had like 3 people back then in that dub, so like they have like a lot now, but our fucking Chris Saibot fucking voices everyone in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, hell
but
yeah.
but if I had to choose a better Vegeta, it was the first one from the Kakarot. I'm gonna do the final flash. I don't know what it is, but I don't like the deeper voice Vegeta. If that I don't know. He sounds too much like Piccolo to me.
I think I think the old version is just much funnier.
Yeah. And I don't know. I even like I like the voice of the first Frieza, who she's a very old woman who voices like a lot of old characters. She was the voice of Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah.
So I'd seen Dragon Ball Z first, and I was like, watching it. Then when I switched to Yu Yu Hakusho, I was like, wait, that's Frieza.
Yeah,
And it was funny to hear Frieza's voice coming out of like an actual nice character.
Yeah.
So, but then when they did Super, like they didn't bring her back, and I was like, oh. And I didn't like the new Frieza voice.
Oh man, I love the new Frieza voice.
I don't. Unfortunately, like that guy passed away, so
Yeah.
they got a new one. He did a good job. It's just I prefer the old one.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if I also had to choose a Frieza voice, it was either the old one or the one from Team 4-Star.
Team 4-Star are also pretty good.
Yeah. You know they put one of the voices in the Dragon Ball Z game, right? The Nappa voice.
Oh, that's awesum.
In Xeno Saga or Dragon Ball Z
Xenoblade Saga. Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. No, in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, if you create a character, you can get the Team 4-Star Nappa voice.
Man, that's very good.
It's so fucking good. But yeah, no, I just think old dubs are like you can go on YouTube right now and type in Dragon Ball Z Big Green dub, and that's the best dub.
Oh yeah, Big Green.
Yeah, Big Green. Hey, I don't know. I don't know who translated, but they must have got like half a script and decided not to like look at it because the Saiyans weren't Saiyans. They were super warriors, and and you had Big Green, and every attack was a Kamehameha wave. Every single attack.
It's all listen. You only need one attack. If the one attack is hype enough, that's all you really need.
Goku even yelled fucking Kamehameha when he was doing Kaioken.
Yeah, I'm doing a Kamehameha on myself.
Yeah. He wouldn't even say it all. He would just scream Kamehameha. Just fucking.
God. I do want to say though, so the problem, so JoJo's Stone Ocean suffers from this problem of the Netflix release. I think we probably talked about this before, but like with a thing like JoJo where it is Monster of the Week, all hype about it dissolves if you don't release it weekly. So
yeah.
And Netflix decided to release this basically in 2 batches, and that was a very bad idea.
Dude, yeah,
there's basically no hype about it.
No, like it was when it came out, I was real hyped. But then they when I learned they split it up, I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I saw all of the first part, and I haven't seen the new part, and I'm kind of like iffy about watching it again because I'm like. God, cause I gotta rewatch the first part so I can like remember what happened.
Nah, you don't. You'll be fine.
I know you don't. I know some of the stuff. Like I know, there's the kid and the guy who live in like the weird like dimension
the secret
space.
Ghost room. Yeah,
the ghost room, and then there's one of the other prisoners. Is she like an alien or something, or a robot in a girl's body? The Green Day,
yes,
I think is
kind of.
Your stand is what? Green Day, right?
It's Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, yeah.
Yeah, no, Foo Fighters was sentient plankton, was a sentient plankton stand that lived inside of the corpse of a prisoner.
Yeah, and now she's like a friend.
Yeah.
And so you got not Jolene.
Mm-hmm.
Jolene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jolene, Foo Fighters, and then there's another girl.
Hermes.
Right? Yeah, and I don't even know what her stand does. I forgot.
Her stand is Kiss, or in the English dub, Smack. Terrible.
Stupid.
And it's like you put a sticker on something and it splits in half. Or it splits into 2, and then if you remove the sticker off of one of them, they collide back together.
That's kind of cool, but that's very situational.
Dude, you would be surprised. Especially in the second part, Kiss is like one of the better stands.
Well, like, to be fair, all stands are situational.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't even the bad guy's the priest, and I don't even remember his name or his stand.
Poochie.
Oh, no, Poochie, and he pulls CDs out of people's head.
Yeah, his White Snake is his
White
stand.
snake, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's an American?
Pale snake. It's really bad.
The pale snake ride.
Yeah, better watch out. Pale snake is coming.
That snake don't look too good. He's a little pale.
That snake's a little sick, huh? Yeah.
Why does he want to kill Jolene again?
Good question. So it was revealed, up to the part that you're at, that basically he got Joe. So he paid the person to do the car crash that put Jolene in prison, so that he could lure Jotaro there, so that he could steal his memory disk, because Pucci was a friend of Dio, and Dio told him that he had an idea of how to get to heaven, and Pucci didn't know what it was, so he stole Jotaro's memory disk so that he could look at the memories of Jotaro looking in Dio's stuff before he burned it all, so that he could find out the secrets of going to heaven.
Okay. I mean, was going to heaven real, or?
So that's what the whole second part is about, is he's got the memories and he is doing some shit.
Okay, cool.
I will say the ending of this, like the end bit of part 6, to me, is as hype as the end bit of part 5. And that's a hard sell. There are some, like, you're like, I don't know, but like the stakes get very real. And I will say it does get a little too JoJo at parts where you're like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would that happen? Like, yeah, there's an extended conversation between two people underwater, and you're like, you can't do that.
Listen, this is JoJo. Like, you throw logic and reason out the window if you're watching JoJo.
Yeah, you just gotta let it go.
Like, they explain things, dude. JoJo's like the one show of, like, as they're fighting, have long-winded explanation in between attacks.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of it's expected.
Yeah.
And it's always good. Like, Battle Tendency is one of the ones that does it, like, a lot, because fucking Josuke.
You mean Joseph?
Joseph, yeah. I don't know why I said Josuke. Joseph does it constantly.
Yeah, Joseph is all about outsmarting people and being very smug about it.
He's the best character.
He is.
He's the best Joestar. It's so good because, like, I like when the Pillarmen think they have it up on him, and then Joseph's like, he's like, and now you're gonna say, like, how could you have predicted this? And then he fucking says it, and he's like, oh!
Yeah, so good.
It's so fucking good.
Such a like. There's a lot of things like that. There's also like in JoJo Part 6, there's just, you just kind of have to suspend some things and be like, this person couldn't possibly have known that this was the case. But like, I'll forgive it for the cool shit that happens.
Yeah, it's always cool. Like, I love every boss battle, I guess we could say, in all the what's it called, the JoJos and all parts. Like, the fight against King Crimson is so fucking good.
Yeah,
with Golden Experience. God, and King Crimson is also, like, he is such a good fucking villain. Even though you don't see him until, like, the last 5 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, like, so part 6 is ending, like, the ending villain is honestly, like, they did such a good job of making him, like, terrifying.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, specifically with the sound design, it's like, you're like, oh yeah, this is this is pretty interesting. Like, things are happening, and then, like, some shit happens, and then the sounds that this stand makes, you're like, oh fuck. And the way that they like animate this stand moving around, you're like, no, 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 no. This sucks. Oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's so good. I think one of my favorite instances in part 5 is when Giorno turns a banana into a gun and makes the mob boss shoot himself.
Hell yeah.
It's at the very beginning, but it's so fucking silly.
Man, we actually just like after we watched part 6 and we were talking about the sound design, I was like, yeah, one of my favorite things that like I'll always remember is just that most JoJo punches are actually gunshots.
Really?
And my wife was like, what? And I was like, oh yeah, for real. Like if you go back and you like, I pulled up the 7-page Muda from part 5.
Yeah.
And it's clear. If you know that it's gunshots, it's just clear as day. You hear it and you're like, oh no, that's a gun. Okay.
That just goes to show you how hard they're hitting each other.
Yeah. It's like very cool. But yeah, like
has your wife seen the other parts?
Yep, my wife's seen all of JoJo.
That's good.
Yeah. We watched it all like together all at the same time. Like this happened, I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago. Like I had always been like vaguely interested in watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because like it seemed kind of interesting, and then just one night we didn't have anything to do and we didn't have anything to watch, and I was like, you know, I've always been kind of interested in watching JoJo. Do you want to start watching JoJo? And they were like, huh. Yeah, I've always kind of wanted to watch JoJo too. Yeah, I don't know. Let's give it a go. And that was it. Like we started and we got 3 episodes in before we were like, okay, no, this show is the shit actually.
Dude, yeah. You started from the beginning, right?
Yep, started from part 1.
It always annoys me when people start from fucking Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah. It's
don't watch anything else.
Oh god, yeah. No, if you start and stop with Stardust Crusaders,
you're a piece of shit.
Please, like, if there's one part that you have to watch, like, I think if it's a more modern JoJo, not like a Hamon based thing, you want to do part 5.
Yeah.
But like part 2 is so good.
Yeah.
And part 2 is actually made better with the context of part 1, because part 1 is all about like, I'm a gentleman. I'm treating my enemies with respect. Like for God's sake, the final episode of part 1 is Jonathan Joestar dying on a burning ship that's like sinking into the ocean with Dio's head in his lap. Like, I love you, Dio. And
you're my brother.
You're like, wow. And then the first episode of part 2, Joseph Joestar at one point, like the person who he's fighting kidnaps a woman, and Joseph Joestar is like, why would I give a shit about her? Hey.
And also, like, it might be the first episode, he pulls out a fucking Tommy gun and shoots out a restaurant. Just God.
And you also just like get the sense that like he's gonna do something. Like whenever he shoots the Tommy gun at the very end, he's like, all right, Smokey, I've got one more trick up my sleeve, and this is one that's definitely gonna work. And you're like, yeah, JoJo, what are we gonna do? And JoJo's like, I'm gonna run away. And you're like, man, what the fuck?
Smokey's like, what the fuck? Oh god. Dude, another thing that's cool with fucking oh my god. If you watch first of all, the sub, like I've mentioned before, subs always better. You want to watch the sub for everything before you switch on the dub. But if you do have to watch the dub for part 2, and I don't know if it took you out, but like it didn't take me out, but it made me look at Joseph differently. The dub voice for Joseph is the same guy who did the voice of number 1 from Kids Next Door.
Oh no.
So And their voices, he's doing the exact same voice.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure they were like, all right, I need someone that has like British affectations, but is from America and is a little shit. And they were like, are there any voice actors that have already done a voice like this? And then somebody was like, isn't that just number one from Codename Kids Next Door? And they went, get him on the horn. That's perfect. Do that.
Call him. So like, anytime I'm watching it and like I turn my attention somewhere else, all I hear is fucking number one.
Yeah, you turn back and you're like, what's that? Oh, right.
It's so fucking good. It's so good. But watch all of JoJo, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
All of them. Part one is pretty slow, but it sets up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like it progressively gets better every season.
Yeah, it's God, it's so good. And I will say again, full disclosure that like everything, like part 3, part 4, part 5, they all have this bit in the middle where you're like, is something happening? Like, I'm watching this, but is something gonna happen?
Yeah, even part 5, when they're on the train and they get inside a turtle, and there's a guy with a fishing pole stand.
Mm-hmm.
That's the slow part.
Yeah, you're like,
and it's gonna be weird when fucking purple haze guy is just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be in the show anymore.
Yeah, I'm just kind of done.
I'm too OP. I'd kill the villain easy.
I decided to just I don't know. I decided that tiramisu tastes real good, so I'm just gonna go eat that.
Yeah, forever. God. Yeah. JoJo's so good. Go watch it. You're not gonna have a bad time. Go read it too. It's good.
Yeah.
So we're already towards the end of the episode, but I don't know if Colby wants to speed run some of the other stuff we want to talk about.
No, we'll save it for next time, baby.
I don't know if you can save Nintendo Direct for next time.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I think the best thing to come out of a Nintendo Direct was the Tears of the Kingdom trailer.
That's so good.
And actually, one of my personal things to come out of Nintendo Direct was they fucking finally set a date for Advanced War remake on the Switch.
Again, didn't they set one before and then it got pushed back?
No, they set one last year, maybe the year before.
Yeah, and then
everyone was hyped. It was supposed to come out, but then I think when they're like, didn't someone get invaded? Right, Ukraine happened.
Oh yeah, and they were like, it's kind of in bad taste.
Yeah, they're like, we're never gonna release this. They like straight up came out and were like, yeah, because this is in bad taste and this is going on, we're not gonna release a fun game where everyone loves having war.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait until this whole war thing is over, and then
they sat on a completed
and they were like, we waited long enough.
Yeah, they sat on a completed game for a whole year. And finally, they put the date out. It's coming out in April. So, and which is funny because a friend like Kobe made a Nintendo Direct bingo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know me, the little shit I am. I was saying like some joke stuff that I knew wasn't gonna happen. Like Kobe's like, "What should I put in this bingo?" And I'm like, "Mother 3 gets announced."
Yeah.
And that's the joke. And he's like, "Okay, I'm putting it." And then I don't think Colby knew. Did you know about the Advanced Wars thing?
Oh yeah, I knew.
Okay, and then I was like, Advanced War date gets announced, and one of our friends is like real sarcastic. She was like, "Oh, okay,
all right."
And then the the direct happened, and what did they fucking do? They announced it, and I was like, "Oh!" Look at your fucking face. I didn't do that, but like
But you would have.
I would. I don't know. She's too nice. I feel like I'd feel bad if I did it to her.
You should have just driven all the way up to Dallas and then done it in real life. That would have been great.
Just fucking dunked her on her fucking job. Kick the doors in. Just get on a table and like,
oh. Just like with the date on your like
No,
on a big whiteboard.
I crudely printed out the date on like a paper from work and I took it over. Oh my god. It's so fucking good. But yeah, no, like the Nintendo Direct, they just announced a few things and a few things we're excited for. They're putting Game Boy Advance games on the fucking Nintendo Plus library, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay the extra, like you can't just pay like the $7 a month for the basic stuff. You gotta pay the $40 like every couple of months for that because you get the N64, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color, and the Genesis version with the Nintendo Extended, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole model hasn't made a lot of sense to me this whole time.
Yeah, I'm like,
which is
why
why I don't have it. I'm like, eh.
I have the regular one, but mostly because it gives me deals on games. Better deals on games when they go on sale.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the $7 every 3 months one, which is a pretty good deal if you ask me.
Yeah, the pricing is good, but like what you get out of it, I'm like, meh. If
Yeah.
I this is gonna sound really bad. If I was a younger man, then maybe it would make sense, right? Because then what I could do is I could play like GoldenEye online, and that would be kind of cool.
Ooh.
But as it stands, it's like, well, I could replay some of the old games that I like if I wanted to, I guess.
Just really salty. Just, if I wanted,
Yeah.
if I had time.
I guess I could.
In theory,
I could do that. But
just like picking up the baby monitor, just staring at your son, just like I could play this game.
Yeah.
Right now.
I don't know if you heard it. Like, we're going to end the podcast within the next few minutes, but like at the beginning of this podcast, it's very possible that you heard my son just screaming through the baby monitor. For the past 3 weeks, basically everybody in my house has been rotating sickness. So
yeah,
our son had RSV. I had RSV.
No.
Our son gave us strep throat. But on top of all that, for him, he's also teething. So he's cutting 4 teeth right now.
God.
And so just like last night, he was fine. He went to bed and then he woke up in the morning. But almost every other night the past 3 weeks, it's either he wakes up on about like 11 or 12 p.m. And then he'll maybe wake up at 2 a.m, 3 a.m, and then he'll wake up again like at 8 or 9. And I got to tell you, I very quickly got used to sleeping through the night again. So whenever you first have a baby, it is just you wake up, you set an alarm to wake up every 2 hours, make a bottle, feed him the bottle, change his diaper, put him back in his crib, go back to sleep, and you wake yourself up 2 hours later to keep doing it. And you have to do that for like a few months. And it is torture. But at some point, like, you can stop doing that. You can go like 4 hours. You can go 6 hours. You can go all night. If the baby wants to sleep, let the baby sleep. And we're at the point now where like he sleeps through the night he was sleeping through the night very consistently. He sleeps upstairs. It's quiet. Everything's great. But now, because of like the teeth cutting and because of him being sick, he just wakes up on average. In the past 3 weeks, he's woken up over 1 time a night for the past 3 weeks, and it sucks.
Oh. Yeah. I can't I can't like fucking understand that. I don't have a kid.
Yeah.
But man, that sucks. Sucks hard.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing.
Well, I mean,
especially like So the way that my wife and I do it is I do bedtimes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. My wife does them Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and then Saturday we rotate. And the rule is if you put the baby down, then the other parent has to do the next wake up. And then if there's another wake up, it's back to the first parent. So like we alternate back and forth.
Fair.
And it has been a godsend on the days that I have to put him down, because I'm like, oh yeah, I will put you down to go to sleep now. And then when you start crying at 3 a.m, ooh, I get to just lay here. And if usually like a couple of times the baby has been screaming and my wife wakes up and gets upstairs fast enough that I don't even wake up. Oh, it's beautiful.
Hey, I mean, take credence that it won't be like too much longer.
Yeah.
So
yeah, hopefully.
How old's your son? Like 1.5?
He is 18 months.
Yeah, hell yeah. God, that's so good. Anyway, we're at the end of our show, and yeah, stuff happened this week. We'll talk about more next week. But Kobe was real stoked on JoJo.
I love JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo's good. We got into anime. We got into coworkers. Always coworkers. Work is always a fun topic.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and end the show today. And Kobe, take us out.
Yep. So, if you're listening to this live, congratulations. If you're not listening to this live, why aren't you? We're live right now on twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod. You can find out when we go live by following us on that platform. It'll send you a little notification. It'll be great. You can hear the episode up to a week before it comes out, or more sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you are into having a little bit of visual with your podcast, this comes out, this replay will be on YouTube. So you can watch it. It's comes at 2 p.m. same day that the podcast does, which is Wednesday. The audio version comes out Wednesday at 5 a.m. So, download it on your favorite podcatcher, get subscribed to it, get it up in there, or catch it on YouTube. Or if you're like, boy, podcasts are so long. Do you have anything that my small baby brain can consume quickly? Yes, we do. We have a YouTube short and a TikTok video that come out every week. So follow us on TikTok at Go Gettas Pod, and do the same for our YouTube channel.
Yeah, follow, subscribe, and share, and all that jiggy jazz.
Yeah, all the platforms that I just mentioned, give us good ratings on.
Go on there and give us top tier ratings, because this is top tier content.
Yeah, listen, we are top tier. You know it. We know it. Just make it happen.
Yeah. Look, we're not trying to brag or anything. I mean, we just want to set the record straight. Mm-hmm. We want our ratings to reflect, who we are, and who we are is top tier.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, get on that. Also, laugh at the thumbnails I make. I love making them.
Yeah, take a look at Fee's YouTube channel. It's got some cool Kingdom Hearts content, and all the thumbnails have been just getting progressively better.
Oh my god, it's so funny to think about. It started with just white background, then they just keep getting unhinged.
Yeah.
Every fucking episode. God, the new episode has the gummy ship crash landing behind Mulan.
Hell
it's so
yeah.
fucking good. Yeah. Also follow Kobe if you like coding.
Yeah.
And coding related things. He's making a video game right now.
He is. It's way broken.
I mean, I saw it last night. It was oh boy, you weren't having a good time.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. It prints a lot and doesn't do much. Cool.
Hey, the name is real good. We got an unbiased opinion about that.
Oh god, I hate this.
So me and Kobe came up with the idea, flea market simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. straightforward name. You know, everyone gets it.
Mm-hmm.
I come up on his stream, and you know me, the little son of a bitch I am. I like to mischief make, and I was throwing some stuff out there, and I gave the name Haggle Swaggle, and Kobe hated it immediately.
He sure did.
But guess who didn't? Everyone else loved it.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "That's a good name." And we what's it called? We switch our stream to a different coder, and he asks what we're up to, and we tell him the name, and he's like, "That's a fucking good name." And I could feel, I couldn't hear him, but I could feel Kobe just like sink into his chair.
I just withered.
Just like it's good.
Just withering.
It's because I came up with it, and it's a nonsense name.
Haggle Swaggle. Fee, end this episode.
Shit. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get your, I want you to get your most douchey, up his own ass coworker, right? Mm-hmm. I want you to take him, to the parking lot, like y'all gonna fight. But I want y'all to I want you to unleash your stand on him. Mm-hmm. And I want it to be some overcomplicated bullshit. And I want you to pose, fucking pose on him.
Yeah.
While that shit's going on. And then send him to another dimension.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though.
You know what I mean. Then after that, I want you to go to his house, get his girlfriend, then go get him.
Go get him. Damn.
Don't go get him. Go get his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Our boyfriend or partner. Who?
Yeah, whoever. Just go to his house and whoever's there, they're yours now.
Yeah. You just show him your signed copy of you stunning on his fucking Fortnite dancing on his body.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, yeah, I did this, and they will immediately fucking just drop their undergarments and you're theirs now.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's their parents, they're yours now. So cool. You got some more parents.
Okay. I thought you meant you could just sleep with their parents now.
Why not? 3 sets of presents, and you get a bargain. You get a twofer.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
2 sets of parents.